Hey guys, welcome back to this video. This is going to be a very quick tutorial about how to use Transferwise, or Wise as it's known now, how to use it to buy cryptocurrency. So for those who haven't watched my channel before, just a quick introduction. This is a channel that's about debanking, and the main way to debank is to use peer-to-peer trading, primarily through peer-to-peer cryptocurrency exchanges, in order to be able to do a number of things that I talk about in this channel. And one of them is you can use Transferwise to buy cryptocurrency. So usually with different payment methods, there isn't a direct way of buying Bitcoin. Usually it's probably against the law, not the law, but against their terms of services. So if you want to use these services, like whether it's PayPal, Revolut, Transferwise, or whatever else, if you want to use it to buy cryptocurrency, you have to go to and find a peer-to-peer seller on a peer-to-peer cryptocurrency exchange. So this video will be a tutorial about how to navigate these peer-to-peer cryptocurrency exchanges and what to expect. So to get straight into it, I've got a peer-to-peer cryptocurrency exchange here called HODL. So if you haven't watched my video before, I want to let you know that there's two primary peer-to-peer cryptocurrency exchanges that I recommend because they don't require KYC. And then there are three other cryptocurrency exchanges that are also peer-to-peer that I do recommend, but they require KYC. And the reason why I recommend that as well is just because the rates are a lot lower. So some of you don't mind paying extra rates provided that you don't have to KYC at all. But I'm sure there are many of you who don't mind a bit of KYC provided you can get better rates. So I want to show you all the different options that are available here. So this website, HODL. If you're interested in signing up, you can use my referral link in the description below. What I've got open here is a list of trades. So if I want to buy Bitcoin, I'm just going to move myself over here. Whoops. So you can see I've selected Wise as a payment method, and now I'm going to look for a seller. Now, it's not really clear here. It says the price, but it's not entirely clear how much extra you're being charged. But just know that the service isn't free. These people who are sellers are doing it to make money, and often they're going to be charging, could be 1% above the market rate of Bitcoin, or 3 or 5%, whatever they can get away with. They're going to charge you for that. So just know that they're not doing it for free, and you're not going to get the exact amount of Bitcoin that you purchase. So if you buy $1,000 worth of, so if you send $1,000 worth of USD on Transferwise, you're not going to get $1,000 worth of Bitcoin back. That's just how it works. So, but what's good as well, I want to mention this really quick. Let me get out of the picture more. As you can see here, many of these sellers don't require KYC, and that's a great thing about trading Transferwise on peer-to-peer cryptocurrency exchanges. You don't actually need to, the seller doesn't require you to give KYC, which is different for other payment methods. Some other payment methods like bank transfer payments, the seller will often require you for KYC. It doesn't matter if you've already KYC'd on an exchange like Binance or Bybit. Many of them will ask you to KYC at least one time when you trade with them because they've got certain rules or they're concerned about getting scammed. So you don't have to worry about that with Wise. And part of the reason why is that when you send a Wise payment, it's typically, no, not typically, it's always a non-reversible payment. So when you send those funds, you can't, call up your bank and say, oh, I was scammed, I want my money back. Once you send those funds, it's gone for good. And this is what sellers on peer-to-peer trade, this is what sellers on peer-to-peer crypto exchanges like. They want to make sure that if they're going to send you cryptocurrency, which is a non-reversible trade, they want to receive payment that's also non-reversible. So it's even, because if they send you a non-reversible payment, cryptocurrency, and you send them a reversible payment, then a week later on, you could say, oh, actually I was scammed. I want my money back, bank, please. And the seller gets scammed. So with Wise, you don't have to worry about that. It's all non-reversible. And as a result, sellers don't require KYC from you. And this is why Transferwise is actually a great payment method for buying cryptocurrency online if you don't want to provide your KYC. Anyway, let me get back in the picture. So I'm going to click this here. And oh yeah, I've got to sign in. I'm not going to sign in because I don't want to show you my details. But when you open up a trade with the other person, that person will have to, HODL is a little bit unique. That person will have to send funds from his outside wallet into escrow, which might take around 10 minutes. And when the funds are in escrow, he's going to give you his payment information. And on Transferwise, it's going to come in 3 ways. He's going to send you either a payment link, so that link will, you click on that link and it'll go straight to Transferwise, and it'll say, do you want to send this person $750 or something like that, if that's what the trade amount's for. And you simply just click yes and go through the process, and then your funds will be sent. Really easy. Or he'll give you an email address that's associated with his Transferwise account. So you open up the Transferwise app, you click send, and then you type in his email or whatever it is, and then you send it, and then usually it just goes through, but maybe there will be times where Transferwise will ask a few additional questions, like, is this payment for goods and services, friends and family? In that case, if it asks you, just make sure to click friends and family, and it'll also ask, like, do you know this person in real life? Again, make sure to say yes, and thirdly, you might be thinking, should I write a reference? Don't write any reference. The sellers won't like if you write any reference at all, and especially don't write you're buying cryptocurrency, or write any information about the cryptocurrency exchange. And once your funds are sent, it's going to be instantaneous, and what the seller will then ask of you, he's going to ask you of either one of 2 things, maybe both. He's going to ask you of a screenshot of that payment. That's very simple. Go to your Wise app, click the transaction, and take a screenshot of that transaction, and then you send it to him, and that's usually good. And most of the other time, he's going to ask what your sender name is. And I know some of you might be thinking, I'm not comfortable with that. I thought there was no KYC. Well, this isn't KYC. He's just simply asking what your name is for a few reasons. First, he wants to make sure that the funds because he's selling to a lot of other people. And if you're buying $1,000, there's a lot of other people buying $1,000, and people are going to be sending them at different times. So he just wants to make sure that, you're the person in this trade who's, you're the one that's actually sent funds and not someone else. That's number one. Number two is that he might be concerned about you being a scammer. So what scammers might do is they'll get someone else to send the funds to you whilst they've got a trade open with you. And this is often a way that people will scam, like old people or something like that. They'll say, if you want to send funds to the Prince of Zimbabwe, you can send funds to this Wise address. And then when that person, third-party person, sends funds to that Wise address, to the seller's address, then that seller will release the funds in escrow to the scammer, and the scammer gets essentially a way of scamming that person but receiving Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is non-reversible, right? Maybe that was a bit more complicated than I needed to explain, but the thing that is important is the seller will ask you for the seller name, just because he wants to make sure that this person actually knows who this person is. And maybe there's other ways around it, but I'm just telling you from the seller's perspective, this is often what goes down. So the next thing I want to show you is on local coin swap. Local coin swap is very similar to HODL. All the functionality is very similar. And as you can see, you do the same thing. You're going to open up a trade with the person. You click buy. And you follow all the same steps that I provided you last time. It's very simple. He's going to provide you with a payment link or a payment email address, and you send the funds, and it's as simple as that. And then make sure when you send the funds, click the button that says I have paid, and that'll make sure that the seller knows that you've actually sent payment, and then he will release your funds. It's as simple as that. And you might be wondering, or you might be concerned, what if the seller tries to scam you? Well, I made a video about this before, and it's really simple. Just make sure you buy from someone that has good feedback. That's number one. And number two, just ensure that the person that you're buying from, make sure you've got a screenshot of your payment. And it's really simple. Like if you sent payment, you can easily take a screenshot, and it's very provable that you sent the funds. So if that trade went into a dispute, then it'll be decided in your favor. And I want to quickly go on and quickly discuss the other different kinds of crypto exchanges where you can use Transferwise to buy Bitcoin. So the three others that I want to discuss are centralized exchanges. So this one here is Bybit. Everyone knows that it's a centralized exchange. It requires KYC. But if you go to the P2P trading section, for the most part, no one's going to require any KYC, and you've got great rates here, right? And it's the same thing. They're going to ask you for again, I can't show it because I'm not logged in. Don't want to show you my details. But yeah, they're going to ask all the same information. But the difference between these KYC exchanges like Bybit and local CoinSwap is just that the rates are going to be better. So this one, you only charge like 1% above the market price, which is really excellent in my opinion. Then you can do the same thing on Binance. As you can see here, it's interesting. I don't have Wise selected. I have bank transfer selected, and that's because on Binance they actually shut down Wise as a payment payment method. But what's really interesting is all those sellers on Binance who are selling crypto via Transferwise, what they instead did was they just listed their offers as a bank transfer, and as a result, if you look through here, you'll see, like, look at some of the names here. Like, this guy's name is Wise Revolut Bank, so he definitely sells crypto for sorry, I'm forced to habit, I keep clicking it, but I'm not even logged on. These people will sell crypto to you via Transferwise. You just click on the trade, just make sure in his name it says Wise or Revolut, or maybe you can even click on the buy USDT button, click on it, and in the description it'll say whether or not he's accepting Wise, because many of them do accept Wise. See, look at this here. Probably with the exception of the first, like 3 out of 5 of these supposed bank transfer trades or offers are actually for look at that, they're all for Transferwise. Isn't that cool? Next one, Wise. So if you want to buy cryptocurrency on Binance P2P, which also has really fantastic rates, just go to the P2P trading section and add in bank transfer. And last one I want to show you is OKX. It's exactly the same thing, but what you want to do is when you're doing this kind of activity, when you want to buy cryptocurrency using Transferwise, you want to open up all the different cryptocurrency exchanges, all the P2P cryptocurrency exchanges, and just see which one's got the best rate. So if you don't mind KYC, just look like which ones. Binance, on Bybit, you got a 1%, like the top one is 1% above market rate. And then here on Binance, not this one because that's definitely a bank transfer, I just know. This one here, Hot Flash, okay, not him, we'll just say this guy here, he's charging 1.2% above market rate. And then you will compare it with OKX, not this guy, this guy here, this guy's charging 0.8%. So you can see when you browse through all the different exchanges, so you can see this one's going to give you the best rate. If you want to buy cryptocurrency with Transferwise, you can go to OKX and you could find the best seller there. But it always changes. No one cryptocurrency always has the best rate, because each one has their own competition dynamic within each of them. There's pricing wars on each of them, and you want to be on all of them so you can see which one's got the best rate. And then same with the non-KYC exchanges. You can look around and see which one's got the best rate today. Is it on HODL HODL? Is it on local CoinSwap? Or is it on another one that I may have mentioned on this channel? So I hope this has been an enlightening video for you. If you're interested in signing up to one of these cryptocurrency exchanges, local CoinSwap, HODL HODL, Bybit, OKX, Binance. If you're interested in P2P trading, please use my referral link in the description below and check it out. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.